Hey, welcome. Donita here. I am going to do a basic application of my Saint with some Demi as well. And I'm using this smaller palette. And these are all of my main shades and plus a balm. And then I have some lip and cheek and Demi back here. So let's get started. The first thing I like to do is take my balm and I put it underneath my eyes just to start getting those good and moisturized. I have, all of my skincare on, and then also I have my tinted moisturizer on, but I do like to do the balm under the eye. It really does make a difference. And because it's summer and I live in Arkansas where it's so humid, I am going to just do light application today. This is my shape brush and it just gives me a light coverage look. So my main shade right now is Sandy. So I'm just getting a few taps on there, not that much. And I like to start, this area is my problem area. I have this shadow that's annoying the heck out of me, and this is where I get the most redness. Actually, on this other side, this is Aspen Contour. I said I was going to be basic, but it's hard. This is Aspen Contour, and it works well as a color corrector to cover redness. It doesn't completely take it away. It just dulls it to where it's not as noticeable. So let's try that first and then go in with our main shade. And it's very little product, the contour, so it doesn't increase texture at all. And we'll put a little bit of Sandy on our chin. And then I'm just kind of buffing it in the other areas. Especially in these high movement areas like your marionette lines, it's better to put product out here and then blend it in instead of applying the product directly here. And trust me, these are all mistakes I've made and I've just learned from them. And then I just put very little on my forehead, mainly just to kind of even that skin tone up there. And I'm not going to put anything under my eyes because I want to use Demi there. Okay. So there is that. And then I'm going to take my Stands Out sponge. If I had a moistened beauty blender, I would use that, but I didn't moisten it. So this is just picking up any excess product. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to my contour, and my contour, it looks dark and scary, but it's beautiful. It is indigo, and I'm going to use the detail brush. So I just tap a few times, get a little bit on there, and it's just going to shape our face. And with this color, it's a warm contour. If you wanted to, you wouldn't even have to use bronzer because it gives you that bronzer look, which I love. So I place it on, and then I kind of blend it down and then up into my hairline. But isn't that so pretty? I love this indigo. So there's that. I have a couple of marks here from where I burnt my forehead with the curling iron. And then I want to take this time, just get the tip, the corner. I might have too much, but then I just kind of lightly draw a line there. And because I have too much, I'm going to do this other side. Okay, and then now we just stamp that in. We want to underblend this because If we don't, we will blend it away when we add our blush and bronzer. You just kind of, this side I struggle because I've got some scarring there and it's real easy to make it look muddy. So I struggle on this side. And then I get some more, and I have gels, and I have a turkey neck. So I take it, I start in front of the ear, and then I come down, and then I place the contour in front of that gel. And then I go under to help give you that shadow. See how that already looks better? And then I have this dip here. If you can see that dip, I don't put the contour there because it will increase the dip. So what I like to do is take this small end and get a little bit of my brightening shade Aura, and I put that right in that dip and a little bit showing in the front. And that helps. I think it helps a little. You know, we can't do much about three-dimensional issues, but I think it helps. Okay, and then now we'll do the same over here. Start in front of the ear, go in front of that gel. Mature skin is a totally different beast than, you know, regular 20 and 30-year-old skin. That's not regular. We're all unique. Okay, and then put a little bit of that brightening there. Okay, might have too much of a shadow. I don't want a beard. And then this turkey neck, I like to do a V and then pull it down. To create a better shadow under there. So I think that looks better. And then let's contour our nose. So I get the contour on my finger. I rub these two together, and then I put my fingers together and I just go down. Sometimes it works out good, sometimes it doesn't. And then I'm going to take the small end of my detail and just go down the middle and on the tip. And then we'll just, and then we'll put a little bit right between my brow. And then I just blend that out. I kind of buff it up and then a little bit down. And then I go over. And it just creates a nice shadow. There we go. And I'm not going to completely blend this brightening yet because once I do my bronzer, I can marry all of them together. So, and my favorite brush right now for bronzer is this brush. It's called the wash brush, but it's real loose bristles, as you can see, and it gives that more of a wash instead of, I get heavy-handed with bronzer. I don't know if you can relate to that, but so I have Bella Bronzer and Glow Illuminator, and they're so beautiful together, especially in the summer. So I just take this and I just blend the two together, and then I just brush them lightly where I want the bronzer. I mean, isn't that so pretty? It's very natural looking. And I go over the top. And then now I blend the brightening up. And then I bring the bronzer down. And it just creates this really pretty canvas that's shaping my face and bringing attention to my eyes and the center of my face. So now let's do the cheekbones. Now when I do my bronzer on my cheeks, there's a couple of things I really pay attention to, and that is not to get too far in my under eye area, because I have this shadow here already, and if I have bronzer, it's just going to accentuate that shadow. So I just focus on that bridge right there, and then I stay away from my temple, because as we age, our temples already start sinking in, so we don't want to, you know, make it look more sunken. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. And then if I do get too far into my under eye area, I will put Demi under my eyes, and I can correct that. So, but isn't that so pretty? It just looks like I have a, see, it did accentuate that shadow. I'll have to work on that. And then just what's left on the brush, I put it on the bridge of my nose and then my chin. And my neck, really, it's looking pretty good because I've self-tanned, so I feel like it's all looking natural. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to using some Demi, and these three are the Demi I'm going to use, and I'm using the bright brush. This is the perfect brush for me to do my under eyes. So the first color I want to start with is Y01, this shade right here, Yellow Orange 1. And because these dark circles here look purple, the opposite of purple is orange and then yellow. So Yellow Orange 1 is how I've determined what to use. So, and then also I just play around. I'm always, you know, our skin is always changing. It's crazy how from one day to another, like this shadow that I have, it just kind of developed. And I honestly don't know what I can do, if anything, to correct it. I mean, it's a three-dimensional issue. It's just my eyes are sinking into my head. Okay, so I need to add a little bit more. And I still see that darkness there. So I need to go into 03. 03, orange 3. The 3 means it's a deeper tone. So this dark shadow is obviously deeper than the 01 or the Y01 can handle. See, I'm doing now 03, and it immediately covered it, so you know that that's the right shade. It's pretty amazing to me still that once you find the right color to cancel out the blemish or the distraction, it's just immediate. It goes away. So that's why this shadow is really bothering me, because I know that there is a solution. I just haven't found it yet. Okay, so now let's do this area right here, and I'm going to use the fluffy end, and I'm just going to try to correct that shadow. 03 used to work really well on it, so, but I don't want to add too much product. So that now is diminishing it. It's somewhat still there, but I don't know what to do about it. So now I'm going to go into 01, orange 1, and I like to use it as a brightening. And I just kind of wash it underneath, and then I bring it out. And then I also like to use a little bit of the 01 on this inner corner. My washer just went off, if you can hear that. And see, that brightened that inner eye. That shadow is now gone. So that under eye looks so much better compared to this one. I mean, it's an obvious difference. Let's see if we... Maybe I need to be more focused with the 03, because that really did help that shadow. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's go over here. I'm not going to do the Y01 because it didn't work over here. So I'm getting a little bit of 03 on the tip. I think Demi is like ideal for mature skin because you use very little product and you get a big payoff. The results are amazing. Okay, I'm just tapping 03 onto that shadow. That looks so much better. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay, very good. And now let's do some 01. Brighten that outer corner, inner corner. And then I also get these frown lines here that get a shadow. So I like to take the 01 and I frown, and then I just put the 01 on those lines, and it helps them go away. And then I get these marks on my nose. I need to switch over to get the right color. And the best color for that, because it's red, they're from, you know, the dent that the glasses cause. It causes you to see all the blood underneath the skin. So the opposite of red is green. So that's why, I'll show you this way. This shade right here, green, GY1, green yellow 1, is the perfect color. I got a little bit too much, but that's all right. That's amazing. It's just amazing to me how just a few dots of Demi can take those away. I mean, that's amazing to me. Okay, so the under eyes look so much better. And now let's move on to lip and cheek. And I'm loving the new shades of the season, so I'm going to use them. And I'm going to use the blush bronzer brush. And let's go in first with, this is, I believe, Melody. That's right. I was going to call it Homecoming, but so Melody is this beautiful, I think it's one of my new favorite shades, and it's just a beautiful neutral nude, kind of pinky peach. I don't even know how, I'm not that great at describing things, but it just gives you that beautiful like flush of color. I mean, that is gorgeous to me. I really love that natural look. I was going to do Jolene, but I think we might add some Jolene. Let's just add a little Jolene. Okay, this is Jolene. I know she looks really scary, but I'm just going to get a little bit, and I want to put Jolene back here to kind of give an ombre effect. Look at that. That's so pretty. And these are both very pigmented, so you don't need much. I mean, these will last you probably forever because you don't use very much at all. But isn't that pretty? Just that combination together. And then let's add, this is, Homecoming. It's a gloss, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. I want to get some more of the Homecoming, and then I'm going to put it over Jolene and Melody, and it just gives that gloss look. So pretty. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that looks so pretty. I love it. Okay, so now I want to do my lips. So I am going to find the right brush. Here we go. This is a multitasker brush, and I'm going to line my lips with my contour. Do I want to line with the contour? No, my contour indigo might be a little too dark. I'm going to line with Suede lip liner, and I'm going to use the small end. The Suede, it gives that more natural look. Okay, and now let's go in with, let's do just a hint of Jolene. And then let's top it with Homecoming. That is so pretty. Okay, I love this. And I think really I don't know anything else I would do. I haven't done my eyes yet. So I'm going to go finish my eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, got my eyes done. Now the only other thing I want to do is set. So I'm going to set my under eyes first because those are pretty tricky. You know, you don't want it to crease. So I have this little spot on my hand that I put like a bowl. I put a little bit of the setting spray, and then I take the tip of my Stands Out sponge, and then I just pat that setting spray on the under eye, and it really will set it all day. And then whatever's left, I just place the rest on my face. And if you feel like your face is too glowy, if you don't like this glowy look, then let's do some setting powder. This is Saint setting powder, and I like a fluffy, not the big fluffy. This is the blend brush, any small fluffy brush. I like it to be a little small because I just want to be strategic. So I just want to do the center of my forehead. And see, it still has a sheen, but the glow, the heavier glow is gone. And then I can put a little bit there, and you And on the, you sure don't want a sweaty upper lip, do we? And then my chin. And then if you're going to be outside and you don't want your hair getting stuck, to your face, put a little bit right there. Okay, and then that's it. So I know I wasn't real basic, but I think the end result looks really good. So my link will be below to get yourself a free color match. And I'm also going to list all the products I used. So that's all. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.